Hello, welcome to Zan or Poe's informal OBS training tutorial. I will be your host. So, to begin, we're going to see about downloading the OBS Studios program. Let me go ahead here. Oop. You'll want to go to this site, that is obsproject.com. You will then choose which computer you have, Windows, Mac operating 10.13 or newer, or your Linux. Now, as you can see, I am already operating with OBS, but just as an example, I choose Windows, download. You'll see down here the countdown. I imagine you may have downloaded a few programs in your time, but if not, simple enough. I click on it right there one time. My computer asks, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? Yes. I have been using this for some time. I have had no problems with security. But the setup wizard will not let me through because mine is already running. For you, you'll go through the setup wizard process. It will run auto configuration. You want to do that. During the process, if you are interested in streaming to Facebook or YouTube, you do want to choose optimize for streaming. Give me just a moment here. I'm going to go ahead. Whoop, there I am. All right. So optimize for streaming. Once the installation wizard is finished, if you want to start playing around, please feel free and join me. Let's go. So when you open it up, it will not look like this. I have had time playing with it. I have created multiple scenes here. But instead, let me go ahead and do a little something. No, I don't want to remove mine. I want to remove this one. Yes. All right, that took me to guess. That's another one of my presets. So here we have scenes. For scenes, think of yourself as the creator of a movie. You have different scenes you want to have different items, different aspects, different layers to those scenes. So you have scenes you want to put in order to make it simple for you, or just the one if you're not doing a whole lot with it. And then sources such as video, background, that sort of thing. So here for scenes, we have add a scene, remove a scene, move it up or down if it makes it easier for you to have them in order. So let's add a scene. Here we'll have training. Just as I had before, I will say OK. I'm gone. This is how you'll see it. When you first open it up, it will be a black screen. If you like what you see is what you get, keep it to the simple single black screen. If you like to do a preview and prepare things before actually displaying them for an audience, you want to go over here and choose Studio Mode. Ta-da! Now we have Preview, which is where you work. Then you would transition into what the audience will see and hear. You may notice we have transitions here in the center. We also have transition right here. You do have the opportunity to rearrange all of these little bits and pieces. But if you go a little bit nuts with that and you want to get it back to just this to keep things simple, go to View, Docs, Reset UI or Reset User Interface. Once you have the setup the way you want it, you can lock that user interface. Very helpful things. All right, let's go ahead and pop back down here. Also, we have the audio mixer. For the audio mixer, we have options depending upon how you have it set up. We still have 2, 2, 2. All right, so we have the desktop audio. That is where you get your little ding alerts when you have a message, or that may be where you primarily listen to the music. Here, down here, we have, for me, headset. I went into settings and I said that I have this particular one. It is for my ears. It's a headset itself. So I chose to rename whatever the default was. You can also choose filters for high quality if you have the storage on your computer, or lower quality if you don't have that available space. So noise reduction is very, very helpful. Before you go live, before you stream or record, make sure this one, whatever is your primary, is definitely on and not accidentally muted. I have done that before. And finally, over here, you have your general basic controls. If you're interested in streaming, once you are ready to do so, oh yes, I went in there and I tried to play with it a little bit. I will actually show that in another video. That is not a problem. If you want to do a recording like what I am doing right now, it is start recording. Studio mode, no studio mode. Preview and audience, what you see is what you get. General settings, stream. So when you're ready to stream, you'll go in here, you'll get stream key. For me, it takes me to my Facebook Live. There are other options as well, Twitch, YouTube, Restream, Twitter, and others. I do Facebook Live. I go in there each time, get that key, and continue. For this, I have a audio bitrate of 160 because I chose MP4 format. MP4 is the most easily accessible for the general public. If you have an encoder, great. That's fantastic. If you do not, I don't. So it's no big deal. Here for recording quality, high quality medium files would kind of be the default. Same as stream would be smallest. Please, please, for the love of all that's may or may not be holy, do not choose lossless quality. Ay, 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 ay. I mean, do you have an alien computer or something? Do you have, the Vatican's external hard drive? That's huge. Don't do it. All right. So we have a view of that. We have audio. So you see here, I have desktop in this case. It's also through my headset. Also through my headset. So there's no confusion for me because I'm easily confused. And resolution. What is the resolution on your computer? You can go into properties perhaps and find out for your monitor. So let's see. You'd want to go to what? The attached hardware, monitor, resolution, that sort of thing. But you can play with this because when you first get onto OBS, your display will be square. You can play with it until it fills it up. There are also other ways to adjust that display. All right, so those are some of the basics. We have added training, but we have not added anything to it. So let's see. I'm going to choose to add something. Notice once again, add, remove, move up or down. Move up or down in sources is important because if you have a background on one part and you have your video on another, yeah, background may cover you up. So for the sake of argument, let us begin with video capture device. Video capture device would be your camera. I have a couple here. Let's see what happens when I choose OK. Aha! It has chosen my Minicam because I did have that open. And we have options down here as well. Let me see if there was advice on that. Sources, video capture, FPS. We want the FPS. Let me look there. Click OK. FPS, that at 30. Let's see what options it gives us. Device default is not going to let me. Oh no, look, I disappeared. What if I do? I'm back. So you see, you can play with it, and it's no harm. Buffering, auto detect, enable, disable. I'll do auto detect. I trust it. It seems to be pretty good for me. So there are various things you can do to help you prepare with all of this. Heck, but what is this? It is not showing me. All right, so let's try again. We go into properties. There I am. Did I say cancel or okay? Aha, I said cancel. Here I am. So I have two of the same now. Now, the reason why I have this behind me, this will not populate for you. This will actually be a blank screen if you have just green screen and nothing chosen, or it'll be whatever it is behind you. All right, so we have the video capture device. We've clicked OK. We have looked into various settings, and we want to see about transition. I'm already over there. All right. What if, cut is the fastest. That'd be the fastest. You also have a fade option. Let me go back to cut. Quick transitions, fade to black, duplicate scene, duplicate sources, and swap preview after transition. This is the speed with which you can change over. All right. But again, personally, I'm not really much for the studio mode option. All right, fills in the screen. Oh yeah, making changes. All right, so I have this filling in my entire screen. This is what I see and what my audience sees. If you pull the edges, see? All right, you select, you have red edge. That means it's all the way out to the full edges. If you just pull, and really big. But if you don't want to do that, if you just want to, crop it just a bit, Alt key or whatever the equivalent is on your particular computer, and you pull, and you pull. Now notice, for the border, red above, red below, that means that can't go any further. There's nothing more. This is all my camera can catch. Green on the sides means there's more there. You can push it back out. Now remember, if you've let go and you try to pull, that's just going to do that. Some weird sizing stuff. Alt and pull. Alt and pull. A little bit more. All right, there we go. You can see the beauty of the classroom that does not exist. All right, changes made to a video in preview won't show in program until you click transition. You can play with transition options to find what you like. Cut is immediate. To change the size of the video in preview, click the pick, drag the corners. The suggestion is if you have trouble sizing, if you get stuck, you're like over here and over there and you can't get it. Top corner, pull. All right, to crop video, we've already discussed that as well as the edges. So we have the basics. I'm going to give you a moment to catch up. Go ahead and play with some of it if you like. You can play with the audio. If you look in training, we now have video capture device 3. So now we have 3 settings instead of just the 2. Let me see. Properties. Device default. Okay. Now let's see. To add a scene, to present things, and show pictures. Now we get to have a little bit of fun with it. Actually, this is the basics. You can actually move forward just using this. So I will do another episode. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this helps. You'll see me again very, very soon.